TV taught me how to dream.
So growing up in LA, obviously you're a Laker fan, right? Magic,
Yeah,
Showtime.
man.
Talk about that.
That was a must. I wore a Lakers sweater. I'll show y'all pictures. I got a Lakers sweater I used to wear every day to school.
Every day.
No, it was a hoodie that I got. I mean, who could not be a Laker fan? I grew up right down the street from the Forum, right there in Inglewood, watching Magic. I hated the Celtics. It was just like, you from LA, let alone Inglewood where the Forum is.
Right.
Of course you a Laker fan.
How can you not?
How can you not be? I mean, so that's what make it real ironic when I get drafted to the Celtics.
Right.
And I didn't even work out for the Celtics.
Right.
So then when I look back at my career, man, it's like, damn, some shit is meant to be.
I heard you speak on it before, like you stay an extra year in college because you want to come out and possibly be the the number one pick. And at that time, it could have possibly been the Clippers, right?
Yeah, Clippers was the number one pick. And I was just like, ooh, I want to go home and play. So I worked out for them. And then I asked them for a second workout.
Like, fuck it,
I was projected to go number 2 to the Vancouver Grizzlies. And so the Clippers wanted a big man. They picked Olo Candy. And then I was like, all right, I'm locked in. I'm going to go to Vancouver, play with Sharif Abdul-Rahim. Me and him.
Killer.
But then the draft come, I just slip. I'm All-American. I'm a top 5 player in college. I'm up for National Player of the Year. So I'm wondering, like, why is it I'm slipping? I'm slipping in the draft. Like, all right, I'm doing no worse than top 5. Golden State pass. I could tell you the same order. Clippers, Denver, Clippers, Vancouver, Denver, Golden State. Toronto was 4, Golden State 5, and then you got Milwaukee, Sacramento was 6, Milwaukee, Dallas, Boston. And I went to the gym after that. When I got picked 10th, I went to the gym and I was shooting. Clippers, Denver, Vancouver, all the teams that passed me, yelling out the coach. Who the coaches? Boom, Larry Brown. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this was my motivation.
So you coming out with vengeance then?
I'm coming out because I'm competitive. I was competitive. I want to be the number 1 pick. I want if at worst 2. So now all these 8, 9 teams that passed on me, y'all gonna feel this one.
but before that, you went to Kansas. How was that like joining that tradition and your time in Kansas?
That was curly top Paul.
That was curly top Paul.
S-curl Paul.
S-curl. I know about the S-curl. Dude, I'm going to tell you though, like going from Inglewood to Kansas was the ultimate culture shock.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Like, straight up. Like, I never seen farms. I never been... I lived around all minorities, black, Mexican. That's all I ever grew up around. Like, and then you go and you seeing all these nationalities, white, Indian.
Live cattle.
Like live cattle. I'm like, man. But I needed to get out of LA. You know, I was kind of like, wasn't really a great student. Was almost didn't make it because of my grades. Luckily, I got a scholarship. But I was like, I could have went to USC, you know, all the West Coast schools, UCLA. UCLA actually just won a national championship, so I was supposed to be the next in line to help them win it again as a top player. So I was just like, I knew myself, and I was just like, dude, I was getting in trouble. I was out in the streets. It was just, you know, it's me and my mom, and I'm doing pretty much whatever I want. She working 2 jobs, you know, night shifts and not getting home till late.
So you doing whatever.
And it's like, you know, my older brothers is out the house. But I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to get to Kansas, like you see in the Menace of Society. When he went to Kansas, I feel like I'm that story.
You need to go reaping them. You should gotta go reaping them to Kansas.
Huh?
He said you need to go reaping them to Kansas.
Yeah, I need to go reaping them to Kansas. So I went out to Kansas like, this is where I need to go.
Yeah.
I need to get away from everything, man, focus on school and just hoop. And I stayed there in the summer. I was like, I'm not coming home. You know, I have friends that's been
discipline
killed.
too, because you remember, I think about it, people always trying to get home in the summer, especially you go away to something like that.
Yeah, I mean, but I had friends that lost their life in high school. I was seeing this I'm seeing this at a young age. I'm like, you know, I need to get away. You know, something can happen to me. I live in a volatile area. And so I need to get away, man. And you gotta be mature. You gotta know when you see the stuff you see as a kid, you like, No kid should be able to like grow up around gunshots, firing every other night. You putting your hands over your ears, losing friends at a young age, and when you see that, you grow up fast, man. And you try to make tough decisions, and I decided to get out.
College basketball was real back then because that's kind of really before people started jumping straight to the pros. I mean, so all the best players were in college for 2, 3, 4 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Man, college was a scene. You had Kentucky, Antoine Walker, Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, Kerry Kittles, Marcus Camby. You had Tim Duncan, Keith Van Horn. All this is my college era. Like everybody was staying to their junior year.
Right.
That was leaving early.
Leaving your junior year was early back in the day, right?
Until KG was the first one out of high school. People didn't know you can go out of high school. He went out in '95, but everybody was leaving their junior year. Man, Mike Bibby. Oh man,
that's my class.
He put us out. He put me out the tournament 2 times.
Mike was a killer.
My freshman year, I was supposed to go there and end up winning the national championship. Mike freshman year, Arizona.
They beat us to go to Final Four. We was the favorite that year. They came in, him and Miles Simon.
Who was your team?
Mike Dickerson.
Mike Dickerson. They had a mob.
Who was on your team though? Just for people who don't know.
I played with Jock Bond, who made pros.
Shout out Jock.
Scott Pollard played in the pros. Rafe LaFrance played in the pros. Then we had a scrappy guard, Jared Haas, who's coach at Stanford right now. Was tough.
Shooter.
Yeah, we had Billy Thomas was a shooter off the bench. He had played some years in the pro too. So them was some. We had a pro squad.
Yeah,
we was supposed to win it.
Right.
We was supposed to win it.
Legendary coach.
And with Roy Williams, Allen Fieldhouse, man, you don't even know. When I stepped on that campus, growing up in L.A., I went to USLA games, and they was the champs that year. But when I stepped on and I saw a Kansas game, it was like nothing. I just knew I had to go there. The crowd, I mean, y'all see it on TV, man. It was just like something I had to play for.
People don't understand. Like I mean, obviously went to UCLA, but when you're at UCLA, SC, no matter what, it's LA, so there's always so much other shit going on too. There's the Lakers, the Clippers, the Dodgers, whatever. When you go to one of these small, like basketball is absolute life at Kansas.
Like we was the
North
pros.
Carolina, right? That's the only show in town, so the environment is suited for you guys.
Yeah, I was signing autographs like every day. Like
right, crazy.
We was like the pros. Like we going places, getting free
everything,
food at the restaurants. I'm like, I felt like a pro already, and it was just like, damn, I felt like I already made it. You'd be surprised, man. I don't know, like it's different. It's different. People spend the night. People put wheels on their tickets. Like seriously, they pass them down. And when I'm here, I'm seeing this. Like, damn, this is my first real like feeling of like crazy basketball culture. You know, I never seen nothing like this.
And then, like you said, up until that point, you hadn't been around this pretty much all white people out there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And they loving you.
Loving you.
Right.
I went to junior college in Butler, Kansas for like, for like 3-4 weeks. I couldn't do it. I
couldn't do it.
Me and Lee Nalon down there selling weed. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Lee was cold.
Shout out Lee had so much game,
and I couldn't take it, bro. Talking about a culture shock. I could not take it, dog. I had to get up out of there.
You got up out of there.
I had to get up out of there quick. But knowing that, after you going through that, and you grow up in L.A., Laker fan your whole life, and end up a Celtic.
I know.
What was that, like, I know
that was
tripping.
unreal. Like when I got drafted, when I got
was like, man,
called,
fuck that. I ain't going over there. You ain't never had that.
You know what the thing was, Stack? It was just like I was happy to be a pro.
Like we all did. Yeah.
You know, that's at the end of the day, I'm in now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't even think it really mattered where I went, but when I got picked, because it was shocking. I was supposed to go in the top 5. Ended up number 10 to a team I didn't even work out for.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but then it was the Celtics, and I'm hearing all these stories about Rick Pitino. I was scared. I was like shook. I'm like, oh man, I gotta
Mafia boss.
I gotta go play for Rick Pitino. I heard his practices is crazy. Like if I thought my practice at Kansas was hard, that's the only thing going through my mind. But I was like, man, I'm in now. I don't care. I don't care if I play for the Celtics, even though I hated them growing up. I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that's what it was all about for all of us. We didn't care where we went. We shook the commissioner in, we in.
Yeah.